Tonight, the NFL faces more disturbing allegations from former head coaches. Hugh Jackson coached the Cleveland Browns until 2018. He now says the team's owner paid him, quote, substantial money to lose games in order to get a better draft pick. The Browns call that categorically false. Meanwhile, the Miami Dolphins owner is refuting a similar claim by their former head coach, Brian Flores, who claims he was offered bribes of up to $100,000 a game. Flores is now suing the league, but as we reported here last night, his accusations go much further. He says a pattern of racism against black coaches exists. While 58% of NFL players last season were black, there were only 3 black head coaches. With the recent firings of Flores and another black head coach, the league is down to just 1. Basketball legend Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has spent more than half a century calling out what he sees as injustice. In his latest column for Substack, he writes, "What took so long? I'm not referring specifically to Flores' lawsuit, but to making public the racism inherent in the NFL." Kareem Abdul-Jabbar joins me now. Thank you so much for being with us. Let's talk about the Flores lawsuit. First, the allegations of racism. What do you think is behind the lack of black people in management and head coaching positions in the NFL?
I think that it has a lot to do with familiarity and just having it go along the way it's been going along, because the NFL makes a lot of money and they don't see the need to open the doors to minorities. They think things have gone very well as they have.
I mean, there are problems throughout industry, throughout companies, of a lack of diversity at the very top of the corporate pyramid. What's particularly noticeable, and which you point out in your article on Substack, is that it's not as if there's a dearth of black employees in the NFL. There are people who have, most of the players, are black and have experience working on a football team and know what it's like. And you would think in that industry, it would be easier to have people moving up from after their playing years, move up through management.
Almost 60% of the players in the NFL are black or some other person of color. And the fact that there are so many of them that have stood on the sideline, Eric Bieniemy and Tony Dungy, for 2 examples, were very successful guiding teams to the Super Bowl and winning. So, where is the culprit? Where does the guilt lie in not being able to hire more people of minority status? The NBA has tried it, and it's been very successful for them. Coaching, assistant coaching, people working in the financial aspects of the team, women refs. All of these are considered controversial, and the NBA continues to thrive and attract a bigger and bigger audience. So I don't think the NFL has a foot to stand on in answering these questions. It's been way too long, and they should do something about it.